All right, everybody, that is time. So I hope it went well. Leave your exam as you leave on my desk. Thank you. I'm so glad they're getting this practice in before the national exam. I am serving my students so well. Wait a minute. Someone's got to grade these. Wait. I've got to grade these. It takes me 20 minutes to grade a DBQ and give them feedback, and like 20 more minutes for the LEQ. Wait, there's the SAQ as well. 120 students times 60 minutes per exam. Oh no, is there any way to get a stomach bug? Like, nobody can fault me for that. Or maybe I can eat some gas station sushi on the way home and get food poisoning. They'll understand that you can't grade under those conditions. Oh my God. Ain't that how it is? Your students need practice exams, but how in the fresh heck are you supposed to grade them all and give them meaningful feedback in the limited time that you have? And this is an especially acute problem if you are in your first few years of teaching. Like, on average, it takes new teachers a lot longer to score the written portions of the exam just because you haven't had as much experience with them. So in this video, I'm going to give you the best advice I have for giving practice exams and grading them without losing your mind. I have two solutions, one long-term and one short-term that you can implement right away. The long-term solution is to get a lot of practice in scoring these essays. And in my opinion, the best way to get this practice is to be a reader at the national exam. After years of doing that myself, I can pretty reliably score a DBQ or an LEQ in 5 minutes or less, and that has only come after years of practice. However, the main problem, especially for new teachers, is that the College Board requires you to have taught the course for 3 years before you are eligible for reading. And look, on some level, I understand that they want people scoring these essays who have some experience, like totally understandable. But on the other hand, it's precisely the new teachers that need this kind of help. So what are they supposed to do? Well, if that's you, let me remind you that this summer I'll be hosting teacher trainings aimed at teachers in their first 5 years of teaching. I'll be leading trainings for APUSH, AP World, and AP Government. And in the 3 days we spend together, we do everything we can to help you feel confident in scoring these essays so that next year you won't feel this surge of despair when practice exam time comes around. And if you're interested in that longer term solution, the link is in the description. Okay, fine, training, whatever, but what about this year, like right now? What's the short term solution? Well, I'll tell you my strategy. My practice has always been to give the students 2 practice exams in the weeks before the national exam. In my first couple of years, I was staying up late grading all these essays and giving feedback because out of all the times that we took exams during the year, this is when it counted the most. So, I had no choice. But one year I handed back all their written work at the end of class and then dismissed everyone to go home. And on my way out of the classroom, I looked in the trash can and saw 5 or 6 grading rubrics that had scores and voluminous feedback that I had stayed up all night to complete. Et tu? Brute. But that gave me an idea. If some students just looked at my papers and threw them away, maybe there were others that didn't care as well. So on the next practice exam, here's what I did. I scored all the writing, but I only did so in numbers. You got a 5 on the DBQ. You got a 4 on the LEQ. You can see right here the points you got and the points you missed. And then when I handed them back, I said, if you missed any points and you want to talk about how or why you can improve, you can schedule a meeting with me. And do you know how many meetings I had? 6. So that's when I figured out that not everyone cares equally about my feedback, and so I was going to save myself the late nights and put the agency for improving in their hands and then spend my time working with those who actually wanted to improve. Now, to be clear, that is not how I handled tests the rest of the year. I did give feedback all the other tests, but that's the only way I could survive 2 practice tests at the end of the year. It made things much quicker, helped the students who actually needed help, and maybe that's gonna work for you, maybe it won't, but that's what I have done, and I've seen a pretty high pass rate, so take it or leave it. Okay, if you wanna check out the summer teacher training, the link is in the description. I'd love to meet you. I'd love to help you become more confident in teaching these courses. Also, this video right here has a digital scoring rubric for DBQs and LEQs that could help speed up your grading, so have a look at that next. HEIMLER out.